Yo, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? We are back today with a brand new video, and for today's video we are running it back from last year, boys, doing another Luka career simulation. Obviously the one we did in 2K20 was one of the craziest career sims we've ever done on this channel. Luka went absolutely insane, so we're gonna run it back in 2K21 and see if anything has changed. So, moving into year one of the sim, you know what this Mavs team is looking like here. And we're just going to hop right into it and see how it plays out. Let's go. Giannis ends up getting MVP here in year one of the sim. Of course, Luka making All-NBA first team, doing his thing right beside Trae Young. And we come in as the 3 seed. Not bad. 51 and 31. We'll surely take that. And would you look at that, boys? The number 2 scorer on this team is Courtney Lee. 72 overall, 35 years old, putting up almost 20 points a game for us, being our second highest scorer. Who would have thought? Definitely not me. But let's hop into these playoffs and see just how it ends up rocking out. First round here up against Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans, who for some reason absolutely dominated us, beating us in 5. Luka dropping 51 points in that L, but it is what it is. Clippers versus the Celtics here in the finals, and of course it is a tough one. The Clippers end up taking it in 6, moving us on to year 2. Luka already going up from a 94 overall to a 96 overall, and you see we got Gordon Hayward on the team as well, so I'm guessing we went out and signed him to a pretty big contract, also adding Rudy Gay to the bench. Let's check that out real quick and see how many years we kind of secured Gordon Hayward for real quick. So a 3-year, a $51 million deal, not too bad to get Gordon Hayward on the squad. So this is what we're looking like, and let's see how year 2 ends up playing out. So in year 2, a comeback season here for Kyrie getting MVP with the Nets. And yet again, we come in as the number 3 seed, this time with 49 wins, so still not bad, 49 and 33. West actually being led by the Spurs, which is kind of interesting to see kind of maybe why that is. And let's check out these stats real quick. Luka getting his points up there to 30 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, and 9 assists per game. Going crazy, man. First round of the playoffs, we got the Pelicans yet again. And let's hope they don't bounce us on some crazy stuff again. We take it to 7 with them this time, and we actually do end up bouncing them. Despite 38 from B.I. and 37 from Zion. Moving into round 2 here, up against this Denver Nuggets squad that's shown a ton of grit this year in the bubble in the playoffs, man. So we're going to see what we can do here. Hopefully we can beat them, but it's not an easy matchup by any means. We find ourselves down 3-1. We do get a game. Can we push it to 7 here? And we end up getting bounced in 6 in the second round, man. Big tough. Watching the finals from the sidelines. And the Hawks end up sweeping the Nuggets. Trae Young getting a finals MVP. Moving us into year 3 of the sim. Michael Porter Jr. is now on the squad. That's interesting. At an 88 overall. Luka Doncic sitting at a 97. Dario Saric at our 4. And we even have Kristaps at the 5. And most improved player of the year going to Luka. You saw Giannis gets MVP with the Spurs, so I guess he did end up going there, and that's why they were the number 1 seed. And they even have Gordon Hayward as well, who was on our team formerly. And James Wiseman is their big man. So we made it to the Western Conference Finals. So let's see just how this one ends up going. And it's going to be a tough one if we can even pull it out. Going to Game 7, coming back from 3-1, boys. Can we make it to the finals here in only year 3 of this sim? It's going to be a tough one, but let's check it out. Very, very back and forth here. But it looks like we might end up taking it 124 to 113. Coming up big in the 4th quarter, baby. We showed up when it really did matter. You love to see it. In the finals here, we are in a Game 7 against the Hawks. Hop in 128 to 122. They're throwing up prayer threes, brick back-to-back ones, and they're going to throw up another one just for the heck of it, and that will seal the deal. 128 to 122. Game 7, year 3. Luka gets his first NBA championship of the sim. This could as well be Luka's first finals MVP of his career as well. Very interested to see just how this one ends up going. Will it be Luka, Michael Porter Jr., or maybe even Kristaps that get it? And with that performance that Luka put on there in Game 7, I would bet my shoes that it is him. And look at that, Luka gets his first finals MVP here in year 3. Helping us move into year 4 of the sim, and now 97 overall Luka Very solid team around him here. Michael Porter Jr. at an 88, 89 overall, Kristaps Porzingis, and some solid bench pieces. Trae Young getting MVP here, and our guy Michael Porter Jr. getting Most Improved Player of the Year here. Moving us into the playoffs where we have a tough first round matchup. And we actually get bounced 4-2 by the Grizzlies, man. That's a tough team to verse in the first round. Obviously, Ja Morant being a dog. Here you got Zion Williamson and the Pelicans up against Trae Young and the Hawks. And Trae Young and the Hawks get themselves another chip there, sweeping the Pelicans 4-0. Moving us into year 5 here. This man... Ooh, we added Chris Middleton as well. That's interesting. But did we lose Michael Porter Jr.? Because that's what it's looking like to me. Let's check this out real quick. So we did sign Chris Middleton 4 years, $118 million. I don't know if I love that deal because he's starting to get older at this point. He's only an 84. Yeah, I guess we lost Michael Porter Jr. in free agency, but it is what it is. A tough season. We did miss playoffs, boys. Luka tried to do his thing as much as he could, but the kind of additions and subtractions to the team in the offseason kind of boned us. So the Hawks versus the Spurs here in the chip. So Trae grabs another NBA championship and another Finals MVP at that. Moving us into year 6 here, and the team is a little shaken up yet again. Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, and Jonathan Isaac, kind of our 1 through 3, and of course Kristaps Porzingis as well. Very solid season, and we find ourselves with a first-round matchup here up against the Phoenix Suns, who were actually the 1 seed, and we only came in as the number 8 seed. So let's see if we can pull the upset here and move it on to the second round, or if we will get bounced here. And unfortunately, we lose by 3. You don't love to see it at all. Luka putting up 27, 7, and 7, but we couldn't get it done. Pistons in the finals here up against that Suns team that we actually did take to 7. Will Devin Booker get himself a chip, man? I feel like that would be a happy story, but it's not looking great for him as he gets it bounced in 5. Trae Jones getting a Finals MVP, moving us in to year 7 of the sim. You see what the squad's looking like in year 7, pretty similar to what we've had previously. It's mostly just going to be Luka and Porzingis rocking out, and Luka gets himself his first MVP season here, also leading the Mavericks to the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, baby. You love to see it. And let's see who our first round matchup is going to be. Wow, we actually kind of breezed through all those teams, so I just kind of throw it to the side. Western Conference Finals already up against the Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant, who have given us some trouble in the past. And boom, we knock them out in 6, baby. A triple dub for Luka there. Moving us to the finals up against the Detroit Pistons, baby. Can we get our second championship of this sim, or are we going to get bounced? Of course, in a do-or-die game like this, 3-1 being down, we're going to start hopping into Simcast and seeing just how these ones actually play out. And this is a very back-and-forth one here in the 4th quarter, and it's honestly going to come down to maybe even a last shot here, all tied up with 5 seconds left. Goes into OT, and in OT, we end up taking that baby by 4, making the series 3-2. Luka dropping 49 in that game to keep us alive. So we're going to see what we can do here. Can we push it to a Game 7 here, fellas? That's the real question. It's coming down to it. We had a great 4th quarter here, and there's potential that we could do this. Being up by about 7 points here, and we end up taking it 132-125. Big game there from Kristaps. Triple dub from Luka to push it to a Game 7. Can we get ourselves our second NBA championship here after being down 3-1 in the series? It's going to be tough. They do have a little bit of a lead here. We have a strong 3rd quarter, outscoring them by about 17 points. And yes, sir, we get ourselves our second NBA championship of the sim. Luka Doncic getting another Finals MVP. Unfortunately, I was not able to hop into the sim to kind of give us the actual picture of it all happening, but it is what it is. Luka, 2 championships down in the sim already, moving us into year 8, now 28 years old. Keep that in mind. Luka gets another MVP season here, going crazy, man. And after a great season last year, we find ourselves back in the Western Conference Finals in Game 7 here, up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the OKC Thunder. And we end up taking it by about 20 points there. Huge game for Luka, just about a triple dub, moving us into the NBA Finals yet again, up against the Boston Celtics. Let's hope we can get this done. And wow, man, we get swept 4-0. Luka putting up a triple-double, man, but it was not enough. But you can't win them all. We do already have 2 championships in his young career, man, so I can't be too upset about it. But it would have been nice to grab another one for sure. And post back-to-back final appearances seasons, we missed the playoffs, man. Luka putting up really good stat line. Nevertheless, man, we just couldn't get it done this year. Celtics and the Grizzlies here in the finals. Obviously, that Celtics team mopped us, and I would like to see this Grizzlies team beat them in all honesty with Ja Morant. But look at that. They come back from a 3-0 deficit. Ja Morant pulling it out for the city of Memphis. In year 10 here, we actually get teamed up with, obviously, the guy that was taken right around us in the draft, another top 5 pick in Trae Young. A lot of people compare the two, but in year 1 of these two being together, we actually missed the playoffs still with only 39 wins, both of them putting up over 20 points a game, but somehow that combination could not get us in the playoffs this year, boys, which is a tough scene. Sixers versus the Grizzlies here in the finals. And is Ja Morant going to secure himself another championship here? And it definitely is looking that way. Ja Morant, another finals MVP here, going crazy, moving us in to year 11, man. Hopefully our team can get this together. I feel like that combo is just deadly, man. Ja Morant and Trae Young and Luka should just be making the playoffs for sure. And yet again, we missed playoffs at 40-42. That is crazy. 96 overall, Luka still putting up a very good stat line. And Trae Young has not regressed much at all, so I don't really understand it. Finals here, you got a Monty Bates and Jokic-led Nuggets team up against the Pacers here with Darius Bazley and Miles Turner. I would definitely think this Nuggets team would take it, but hey, crazy things happen in the Sims. And it's going to Game 7, and in 7, the Nuggets end up clutching up. Moving us into year 12 here. Working with an 88 overall Trae Young and a 94 overall Luka Doncic. Of course, Trae actually has one more championship than us currently. We have 2, and he has 3 in his career because the Hawks were going crazy early in the sim. So here we are in the Western Conference Finals, finally having a bounce-back year, making it into the playoffs, but we get knocked out in 5 by Jokic and the boys, man. That is big tragic. I really thought we were going to make it to the championship here in this year. But Nuggets and the Pistons in the finals here. Are the Nuggets going to repeat and go back-to-back? It's going to Game 7, and the Pistons actually end up stealing it from them. Moving us into year 13 of the sim. More regression slowly coming for both Trae and Luka, now at a 93 and 87 overall, respectively. And we got Luka, Trae, and we even have Jalen Lewis, who's very solid. And would you look at that, speaking of our big man, Jalen Lewis goes out and gets an MVP season here, going crazy, helping us get back to the Western Conference Finals, meeting up against Ja Morant yet again, man. We came in the 2 seed, they're the 1 seed, but it's not looking good. Finding ourselves down 3-0 in the series, man. We just can't catch a break here. And we do get a game at least. Put some respect on our name. Of course, we're going to keep using Simcast just in the chance that maybe we could do something here. But let's check it out. So, can we push this to another game and maybe potentially make this a series here? And we do take that 120-109. Can we push it to 7 and get 3 straight dubs here, boys? Wow. We pushed this from 3-0 back to 3-3, and now we're just 1 game potentially away from making the Grizzlies blow a 3-0 lead. And would you look at that? We take it by 2 points there. Bronny dropping 26, but not enough to get it done. Moving us back to the NBA Championship here, up against the Philadelphia 76ers, where we find ourselves up 2-0. 3-0, and we get ourselves another NBA championship after coming back in the most improbable of ways, down 3-0 in the Western Conference Finals, and we are cooking the Sixers 152-93. And we are going to be getting Luka Doncic his 3rd NBA championship of this sim. And I'm very interested to see which one of the guys actually gets Finals MVP here. Will it be Luka? Will it be Trae? Or maybe will it even be Jalen Lewis, who did get MVP of the regular season? Let's check out that box score. Trae dropping 24, Luka dropping 23. And it's actually none of the 3. It's actually our power forward that gets the Finals MVP here. Pretty interesting. Luka down to a 91 overall now because of the regression. Obviously, a ton of great accolades, and Trey even hitting his regression wall harder. But we're still hanging in there at the number 4 seed in the Western Conference. Jalen Lewis leading the team in scoring now. Luka's still putting up 17.6 points per game, and Trey 16.2 per game. Meeting the Memphis Grizzlies, the number 1 seed, back in the second round here. Of course, we always have some crazy battles with this team and Ja Morant, to say the very least. And this time they get the better of us, taking it from us in 5. Bronny actually being their leading scorer. So we're going to be watching the playoffs on the sidelines here. Ja Morant and Bronny up against an Anthony Edwards-led Chicago Bulls team here. And it only takes 4 games, apparently, as Bronny secures himself a Finals MVP. Wow. This has been a crazy one. Luka at this point is definitely starting to regress more and more. 87 overall, now 35 years old. Numbers are starting to come down as expected. And Trae Young now sitting at an 81 overall. So let's see just how this season actually ends up playing out here. So we do make the playoffs here, coming in as the number 2 seed, surprisingly, up against the 7th seed Pelicans in the first round, where we go to a Game 7 and we actually get bounced. Despite a great effort there from Jalen Lewis to keep us alive, we just could not get it done. Bucks and the Trailblazers here in the finals, and the Bucks up 3-1, but the Trailblazers have some life in them, and the Bucks don't let that happen. Francis Reynolds getting an MVP of the finals, moving us into year 16. A now 83 overall Luka Doncic here, just trying to hang in here. Is he still starting is the real question, or is he coming off the bench now? He's actually still starting at that 2-guard position at 36 years old. Trey, 77 overall, still starting at the point. I'd be very surprised if we make the playoffs at this point. But hey, would you look at that? Our veterans in point guard and 2-guard still make the playoffs and still get us a 4 seed and push it to a Game 7 in round 1 here up against the Pelicans, where we actually clutch up and win that game. Jalen Lewis going crazy, and Luka honestly playing very good. But the second round here, we might not have such good luck, going up against the number 1 seed Trailblazers here. And we're a little bit past our prime. So let's see how this one goes. We do at least get a game. We get 2 games. Can we make this a series? We push it to Game 7 here. And at least we have our respect. We pushed it to Game 7 with the Trailblazers squad, even though we did end up getting bounced. And we don't really care about the result there, in all honesty. Moving us into year 17. Luka sitting at a 77 overall, finally gets moved to that bench. Coming off the bench, 22 minutes as the 7th man in the rotation. Bronny securing himself an MVP award. And we still make playoffs, rocking out with the number 6 seed. So, not actually the number 3 seed, my bad, boys. So, not too bad. Moving past the first round pretty easily. Second round matchup here up against Amani Bates and the Nuggets, who end up smacking us in 6 despite a great game from Jalen Lewis, dropping 32 and 10, doing his thing. And at the end of that season, Trae Young, our former teammate, Zion, and Jason Tatum all retiring, moving us in to year 18. Luka hanging in there to 74 overall, 38 years old. Of course, lots of accolades and a fantastic career for the boy already. And I don't think he's even in the rotation anymore. I think he's just kind of like the 11th man on the bench, 10th man on the bench, something of that nature. But first round matchup here, we are the 3 seed up against the 6-seeded LA Lakers. And let's see if we can even pull out a series here. It would be pretty cool to get Luka another ring despite him not really having to do too much work. But we do get bounced in 6 here by that Lakers squad. It is what it is. Heat and Grizzlies in the finals here. And the Grizzlies come back from a 3-1 deficit for Bronny to get himself a finals MVP. And would you look at that, boys? Luka finally decides to hang it up, getting, of course, inducted into the Hall of Fame, and, of course, getting his jersey retired by the Mavericks. And, of course, he's going to have some fantastic accolades here as far as this goes, like top 10 in a lot of these. And I'm going to let this roll out. But if you guys made it this far throughout the video, as always, comment GOAT, G-O-A-T, in all capitals below. So I know you're a true Bean Squad supporter, and I can show you some love in the comment section below. Definitely hit that like button if you have not already. subscribe to your boy, and let me know who you guys want down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I am out. Bean out.